welcome back to the Evermore YouTube channel. It's Chris back with the final match preview of this unbelievable Premier League season as Newcastle United go down to Stamford Bridge for our last game of this season, where we are sitting in fourth position, Champions League. My God, what a season it's been. The last game, we're going to get stuck right into this in a minute, just talk about how we think the guys are going to line up and where we think the game maybe won or lost, a little bit of the head-to-heads as well. If anybody really cares, we said that before. This could be a bit of a dead rubber game, and we're not really asked. We're Champions League, but obviously with Newcastle United, we want to win every game, as does our seriously professional manager. So we're going to get stuck right into this in a minute. Just before we do, a little reminder: if you're new to the channel, just check us out for the first time, or you haven't already, please click subscribe. I'd love you to come and join us. We're actually over 3,600 subscribers now, so we've had a phenomenal season as well. Thank you so much. Do click that button. Loads of room for you guys at Evermore. And 2 live shows, usually Mondays and Wednesdays, and pop-up videos just like the preview you're about to watch. So get stuck in, click that button, and enjoy the Newcastle United content. So as I said, we go into this game sitting in 4th position and Chelsea at 12th. It's almost like the roles are reversed. It's some kind of bizarro world. Normally it's Chelsea Football Club who are sitting in the top 4 and Newcastle United who are in mid-table mediocrity. What a difference a year makes. Chelsea have had this season from hell. They can't wait for it to finish. Mauricio Pochettino is waiting in the wings to do God knows what with this squad. Squad of talented players as well who just can't seem to get their shit together. So, it'll be a very interesting game. We do think there'll be some changes. There's a lot of injuries in the squad. A lot of our lads have had some long, hard seasons. So bear that in mind with our team selection. This is how we've gone with the lads. So at the back, Dubravka's coming in between the sticks. Some people have said Karius might do, because if you didn't realise already, Nick Pope has got a buggered hand. He was pictured like that with a huge big, pot or cast or whatever it was on his thumb. Might have been that brilliant save he pulled off to keep Leicester out of the game and get us to qualify for the Champions League. So Nick Pope deserves a rest. Go and get yourself an early holiday, Mr. Pope. I'm sure Mrs. Pope will be really happy to get the bags packed and fuck off abroad, because you've had a phenomenal season, Nick Pope. So thank you for everything that you've done. The back 4, we've had it as the same. We did initially think Jamal Lascelles might get a farewell, but apparently, according to the team news, he's injured. So I don't think that'll happen. Dan Burn could easily be replaced by Matty Target, who I also think might be a player playing his last game for Newcastle, because I don't think Target's going to hang around to be second or third choice left back in the summer. But we've just gone for the steady back 4 that have got us so far this season. Kieran Trippier, our player of the season. Congrats to Captain Trips. I think he'll be in the PFA player of the, or team of the year, as well. He is already a nominee for the player of the year, because he's been absolutely phenomenal this season. I think his assists are just behind Kevin De Bruyne, which tells you everything you need to know, really. The midfield 3, the midfield is completely patched up with masking tape because everybody's fucking knackered. Joe Willock's out, Joe Litton's out. So we've gone for the Geordie duo, that is Anderson and Longstaff, with Miggy Almiron dropped at midfield. And in the front 3, we think it'll be Isak or Wilson. So we've gone with Wilson and St. Max on the left and Gordon on the right. I think Gordon will get some game time. That's still not a bad side for Newcastle United. It's got pace in it. It's got energy. It's got legs. And away at Stamford Bridge, it's got the opportunity to win the game. Where Chelsea slumped to their 16th defeat of the season. Unbelievable against Manchester United when they sealed their Champions League position as well by battering them 4-1 at Old Trafford. Chelsea just looked completely lost, rudderless, really, no leaders. Lampard is having a shocker. I'd refer to him as the Prince of Pork, because he seems to be Steve Bruce's understudy for possibly the worst Premier League manager of all time. His stock has massively fallen as a manager. I do like Frank, to be fair. The first time he got that job with the transfer bog, I thought he was really good. But he's just gone backwards. The Everton job, now going back to Chelsea, just been dreadful. I've always said with Chelsea, it's like throwing, it's like a Champions League cheat code, or a Champ Manager cheat code, or a FIFA cheat code. You buy all these great players and you throw them all together and they can't click. And that's exactly what's happening with Chelsea. They've got them jogging back the other day. I think it was Kai Havertz and Fernandes. Collectively, they cost nearly 160 million between the pair of them. Jogging back. Mudryk. I saw Mudryk get a chance at Old Trafford. Fucking hell, I could have put that away. And I'm, forced 2 or 3 stone overweight in my 40s. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. So yeah, those Chelsea fans must be absolutely sick watching their team sitting in 12th as Newcastle United are romping into 4th. And if we buy well in the summer, Chelsea, you may struggle to get back as well. I think that club is in such a state that I don't think Pochettino's going to be able to fix that in one season. I really don't. But, they'll be wanting to sign off and, with a win. Their fans will try and get behind them, try and do something. In terms of team news, for us, as we said, we've got injuries there. In terms of team news for Chelsea, this just shows you the depth of their squad. The kind of players that can come back in: Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic, João Felix coming back into the side. These are top players, man. These are kind of players that we were talking about in the rumour has it links, but they just cannot play together. So I think there's going to be a tough game for Chelsea because Newcastle United, they want to go out on a high. I don't think Eddie Howe will allow any flip flops to come on. The likes of Elliot Anderson, I want to show that he's worth keeping around for the next season with Champions League football and obviously the homegrown quota needing to be met in the Champions League squad. Elliot, I want to show that he shouldn't be loaned out to another club in lower divisions. So you've got players who will put it in. Anthony Gordon needs to show what he can do. We've only seen little flashes of old Flash Gordon, so he'll want to go out with a bang as well, as will Maxi. I still don't think Maxi will be here. This could be his last game in a Newcastle United shirt as well, possibly. We'll cover all that in the close season, who's in, who's out, rumour has it's, everything you can imagine. So make sure you keep it ever more until then, guys. Let's look a little bit head-to-head before we wrap up this final preview of the season. So as I said, I'll never get tired of saying it. Newcastle 4th in the Premier League versus Chelsea 12th. Unbelievable. So in the Premier League era, as you can see, we've been shit for most of it. So this is heavily weighted in Chelsea's favour. 14 wins for us, 29 for Chelsea. But you're talking about, Chelsea under Mourinho, under Ancelotti, under Conte. They used to batter us, these teams. Not anymore. Chelsea will slip right back. I don't think they can beat an egg at the minute, but this Newcastle United team is probably the team that scares Chelsea more than the other way around like it used to be. The reverse fixture last season at St James's Park was 1-0 with Joe Willock getting the goal. Eddie Howe's record versus Lampard, he's played 3. So he's won 3, he's drawn 1, and he's lost 1. So he's got a good record against the old Prince of Pork. And the win secures the first league double since 1986 over Chelsea. Wow, that's some stat to chase, lads. So hopefully the lads will remember that. Eddie Howe will remind them of that, and they'll really put it in and try and get the win. Chelsea lost the last 5 against the teams above them in the Premier League, and Newcastle could be unbeaten in London for the first time since 96-97 when we were pushing for the title. So that just goes to show you what a phenomenal season we've had in this Premier League. Some brilliant stats by Mark there. So what do I think is going to happen in the game? I do think there'll be a little bit of the Lord Mayor's show for us. I don't think it'll be as intense maybe as previous games, but I think we'll still put in a decent shift. But I'm thinking a draw on this one. I'm thinking a 1-1 draw to end the season. And, we are top 4. So whether we're 3rd or 4th, it really doesn't matter a shit. We are Champions League. We are looking forward to playing in Europeans elite competition next season. Chelsea aren't in it. Chelsea aren't even in the Europa Cup or Conference. That's how shit they are. So, they have got a total different season ahead of them next season compared to Newcastle United. But I don't really care because for years Chelsea have been looking down on us, turning nose up, and now it's our turn to get into the penthouse suite and enjoy every single second of it. But that's me done for the last Premier League preview of this season. Thank you so much to everybody who's watched all the previous previews. We always appreciate the love and the great comments that we have from you guys. I'll be back with the final post-match live review, so make sure you jump in the comments on that one, and we'll sign off the season strong. Until then, this is Chris. Let's keep supporting that team from McCoy United. As I said at the start, if you haven't, click subscribe, come and join us, like the video, help get it on YouTube. Let's get 3 points, end the season strong up for Khan. Away the lads. See you later, everybody.